Hello tubers, Mezcal here. I was going to replace one bank at a time and then take it to the telly and test, and in that way work out what failed. But I thought, well, what's the point of that? I bought them all. Let's just go ahead and replace all the caps that I've bought. So these ones here, these ones here, these ones here, this one here, and the last one I want to is this one here. What I want to show you is the process of the desoldering and how adding extra to it before you do the solder sucker really makes a difference to how clean it cleans out the hole. So I'll just set you up there. I might need a bit of glue tack and a bit of something to hold everything in place so I can get my hands free. Yep, I'll stick that there in a lump of good old lead and tin on the back of the tripod. Now that we're in the zone, I'm hands free and the camera's out of focus. There we go, that's better. Alright, so I'll try and do the solder sucker maneuver without adding extra solder to that, and we'll see how we go. So the solder sucker's primed. I'm going to come in with dry iron, and we're waiting for things to melt. And you can see here that this is what slows things down, and we're adding extra heat. So I'll just go ahead and put a tiny little drop on the end of the iron. Trying to do this through camera is a bit tricky. Come on. Okay, we've got some on there now. I'm not going to put too much on there, and I'm going to try and pull that off clean. Okay, so you see how it's it looks frosty and it hasn't cleaned the hole out completely. Now I'm going to do the opposite to the other one. I'm going to wet it up, make a really big bead of the stuff, and we'll pull that out and you'll see the difference. And then you'll start to understand what's really going on with the surface tension created by the great big bead. It just, it's like having a puddle to suction up rather than trying to grab the edge of something, and it also gives the solder sucker tip somewhere to sort of mate up to. Look at that. And if there's still too much on there, then just do it again, and just gets cleaner each time, and then you should end up being able to see through the other side. There we go, that was a better shot. I've still got some on there, but yeah, having that puddle really helps. I forgot that I also cut a little groove into one side of this sucker nozzle, and that worked better then because I lined the groove up with the direction that it was pointing at the thing. And again, I'll line up the groove, and I shouldn't have too much trouble wiggling that out now, but I like to put my hand on the back there, wiggling it, rather than damage this by wiggling too hard, which can create that situation where you push the foil, like you create a foil out of the PCB. It delaminates from the the glass backing. So yeah, a little bit of heat if you didn't clean it out completely, rather than just wiggle and mechanically break the solder. Alright, there we go, that's out. And now I can grab my... this one's a bit fatter than the other one that we're taking out. Comparison. There we go. But that's just how it panned out. So I can flip the board over and pay particular attention to the markings that have there's a positive on there, and my cap has a negative down one side, so I'll line it up so the negative's on the side that doesn't have the plus, obviously. Okay, I'm just going to pause and bend the legs. I'll be back with you soldering it up. Okay, we're back, and my soldering procedure with putting components in, always a piece of blue tack on hand. This is coloured blue tack. Yes, it comes in different colours. Okay, flip him over, and I'll just pause to line you guys up again. Okay, that's nicely in shot, and you can also see that there's little dags of solder that have been left laying around by the process of desoldering. So it's a good idea before you plug stuff in after you've done a repair like this to run over the board in areas where you've been working and just give it a brush to remove any of those little things. Alright, so here we go. Where's the little wet spot on there? And just tin that with a tiny little drop. Poke that on there. Give it some solder. Wait till it wets thoroughly. Run it up the leg. Getting messy. Running it up the leg will take away some excess. I don't like what happened there. That was very messy.